Transformers 3 was cool.
It was alright.
I'm leaving now. I have to go home.
If you really do, I mean, you can leave.
I really do.
Okay, I thought you wanted to come here and make this review with us, but
Yeah, I
I
thought
No,
so
I'm
too.
fucking with you.
okay,
But
then go.
I really do need to go.
All right, go by. I don't know if you're telling the truth or not.
I'm not.
Alright, so
Not at
this
all.
is
I never tell you
a
the truth.
5-word review of Nick Edmondson and
Wait.
a return of the rambling
Can we
review
do a
with
10-word
gosh.
review this time?
Okay,
10-word
make
okay.
the review twice as long.
10 this will be a special 30 minutes.
But we're just gonna use each word twice.
Oh, so
We're like a minute in and we haven't even talked about a thing about
That's
the
because
movie.
I'm
like-
fucking being annoying.
all right, Transformers 3, Dark of the Moon. Easily Michael Bay's best film,
Mm-hmm.
I would say.
Wait, what other films has he made?
He's made
Transformers, obviously.
Yeah,
He did
all
the
of
Armageddon, Island,
The Island.
Transformers, oh, what else?
Something.
Transformers,
Other stuff. I'm sure.
Island, Armageddon. He did Armageddon, right?
I hope so. I
Because-
don't know.
Because that wasn't Roland Emmerich. Roland Emmerich did other stuff.
Oh, I liked Armageddon.
Yeah, me too.
Armageddon was
Is that
good.
right?
Armageddon was a good one. And I don't wanna miss a thing.
Is that in the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
okay.
that's I don't know. That's why the movie's known for the
Yeah,
Aerosmith
Really?
song. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just known for an Aerosmith song. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
pretty much.
stupid.
Yeah.
Well, Transformers 3,
Um,
So yeah, his best movie probably
definitely.
ever.
from the first time I saw the trailer, like I had no issues with it at all. The trailer was very entertaining and it just kind of drew me in. And then ever since then, I've just been looking forward to this movie and hoping that this movie would be good. And in the end, it turned out to be one of my favorite movies I've seen this year so far, which is weird.
Yeah, it really, and the whole, like, the second half of the movie up to the end, I was, like, contemplating, is this one of my favorite movies,
Is this
though?
good? I mean,
Am I really enjoying this?
it's not one of my favorites, but like it's the best I've seen so far this year. I mean,
Yeah.
it told a very good story. I mean, for what it had, and then this is a Michael Bay film where you actually cared about the characters,
Which is fucked up.
really weird. And it also held a lot of entertaining aspects of the film, which is just really good and easy for Michael Bay to keep us entertained. But he
Yeah.
can also now tell a story and develop characters, which is just very good now.
I suppose that's a good place to start, is with how easily and naturally I felt attached to the characters in this one. I mean, it definitely helped that we've been with these characters for 3 movies
Mhm.
now. You know, Sam Witwicky and Bumblebee and Optimus, but
I thought the girl was way hotter than the other one.
I agree, and
Likeable too.
yeah, the actress. I mean, she wasn't fantastic, but she wasn't bad.
She had no acting experience from, I guess, an interview.
I guess
or
I should
news
say
source.
compared to Megan Fox.
Oh yeah, compared
She
to Megan
wasn't
Fox,
bad.
she
She
wasn't
was a lot
bad. She
better.
was all right. I mean, she did fine, and she was
and
likable in the end.
For real, the big selling point with her is that her character was very likable. I wanted her to live, and I wanted her to be, not dead by the
Mhm.
end.
I thought she was more, I guess, reasonable than Megan Fox.
Yeah, Megan Fox was just this blank face body of sex.
Yeah.
And this girl, I don't know the actress who played Carly.
It's a long name. Don't
Yeah.
worry about
I
it.
mean, she didn't add anything to the story. Her character wasn't needed at all, except to be the motivator and drive of Shia LaBeouf.
And I guess she could also be mainly used as a plot point for a villain.
Yeah.
She made Megatron.
Shh, no spoilers.
Oh, no spoilers in this one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No spoilers?
No, I mean, it just can't. We want to review it. We want people to go see it.
Good
That's
point. Yeah.
true.
And that's a good segue to
I
the
really
second
wanted
point.
to talk about Megatron. Okay. Well, let's
That's a good
keep
point
going.
to the second point, is that at least for me, this had a lot of really great plot twists
Mhm.
that I did not see coming. I genuinely was surprised by a lot of the story arcs in this.
Yeah.
And I can't name them because I don't. Some people who you think are going to be good turn evil. Some people die. Some people almost die. Some.
It's like they they don't give you too much about certain things that happen that lead up to the plot twist, but they give you the right amount to suspect it, especially little hints and references
Yeah,
you'll
if
notice.
and I suppose it was my fault that I didn't give the movie enough credit. I mean, and I think that's kind of rightfully so, given the first two movies.
Yeah.
That I went into this thinking, okay, I'm not going to be surprised. I can sit down and not even try to guess what's going to happen. That's what I did.
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't even try to guess what was going to happen in this movie because I thought I could predict it. And then out of nowhere, there's that fucking huge plot twist that motivates all of the evil characters throughout the rest of the film, and I'm just, oh, what the hell?
For me, I don't care.
Why that happened?
For me, I don't care if it's like a blow it up film where you just don't care about the plot. A movie should always like drive to have a good plot or something. So like I always look for that in a film. And when I saw this movie, it drove with enough character development for me to actually care about certain characters. I mean, I didn't care about every character, but I cared enough for a Michael Bay character, which is saying a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think comparing it to the second Transformers movie, the plot was way more there.
Way more, yeah. Way more there. That's a very good way of describing it.
Like, the second one just seems like, oh, people are in trouble again?
Yeah, yeah.
It's more of a cluster mess.
Yeah,
that's
a good way of putting it. It's like the second movie is like, oh, okay, people are in trouble again, and the Autobots are gonna stop the Decepticons. But in this one, I felt, at least like trying to get into the character's shoes, I felt genuinely threatened by the Decepticons in this movie.
I felt something was at risk in this
yes,
film. More
I
than
felt like
the
something
other
was
films.
actually at risk, and I felt like this could turn very wrong at any point. Someone very valuable could die. Someone who I'm growing to care about could die. And yeah, I cared, and I was ready to expect the unexpected, at least after that point where everything changed.
See, in the last film, too, the second one, like, the Fallen, his main goal is just to revive, I guess, his fallen brothers or something? Something like that. He was just reviving someone, and it wasn't really a lot at risk, because they was going to take over the world. They show you that they're going to invade and they're going to take over this world.
That's not a spoiler for anyone if you've seen the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer kind of.
Decepticons do inevitably take over the world. I mean, at one point, like halfway through the movie, they win, and then there's a rebellion and people have to fight back. And after the Decepticons initially invade, they are merciless.
It turns very dark.
It's very dark. They actually show there's a shot of a bus full of people who have been burned alive, and they're just these dead, charred corpses. And then you actually see a surprising amount of shots of Decepticons just obliterating people, like full on.
Like,
you see people getting killed. And a lot. Yeah. It's disturbing.
There was a scene that I thought was very, very dark. Like, that you see a human get disintegrated, and then you see his skull.
Yeah,
I saw that. That was messed up. It reminded me of the War of the Worlds thing.
Yeah, definitely. The tripod.
The tripods when they shot.
How they just disintegrate people. It's very similar to that, but.
I don't know, the villains in this movie were portrayed a lot more better than before.
They weren't, because in the first two movies, it feels like Transformers. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it feels kind of campy. Like, okay, it's Transformers, nothing too dark or graphic is going to happen.
Yeah.
And this one, it feels less like Transformers and more like just an alien invasion movie.
Yeah, I got that.
It feels like a full-on invasion movie, especially when the rebellion starts. And that whole sequence when Sam is about to go into Chicago and the Decepticons have set up that perimeter, I felt like kind of hopeless. And like the Decepticons were really intimidating in this movie. And they did a great job of portraying them as these creatures that were going to stop at absolutely nothing to save their planet.
Yeah.
And like the whole barricade, and the Decepticons were smart. I liked how the villains in this, the Decepticons, they weren't stupid creatures who were easily defeated. They played smart, they played safe, and frankly, they did everything right. It was just it was lucky. It was luck on the chance of the humans that they won.
Yeah, I really liked how they actually made you feel like the humans by themselves
Yeah.
had no chance.
Yeah, the humans by themselves couldn't do shit, and then once they teamed up with the Autobots, about the 3/4 point,
They actually started killing
my favorite
Decepticons.
sequence in that whole movie. There's a sequence where there's a squad of like 10 soldiers, just plain soldiers with hardly any assistance from the Autobots except for later in the scene, where they take down like 6 Decepticons by themselves, and it's fucking satisfying.
It's satisfying to see that these humans can actually defend themselves against these kind of monsters too. Not they don't need the Autobots, but they are there to help them. They can do this themselves too.
Yeah.
And I thought that part was just so bad ass.
Yeah.
Those soldiers,
the way they executed it was awesome.
They just they used like their fucking human ingenuity.
Yeah,
and just,
exactly.
Like, fucking did everything right,
Then
fucked shit up.
Michael Bay hit all the right points in this, and the
He really
screenwriter
did.
too. So, bravos to both Michael and screenwriter.
Yeah.
Moving on from characters. How about story? Story. I don't know what we can say too much.
I don't know. I think we've pretty much covered it.
Story.
It's
way better.
Oh yeah. I
it's
guess we did.
way
better than the first
two.
one. First two. Easy.
The first one was more like set up, and I can
Yeah.
understand that. And I'm not a big fan of the first one. The second one was a mess.
Yeah.
But then the third one had genuine plot, which I really loved, and I don't know. I just enjoyed every moment of the film's I guess progress. Like I thought it was gonna end up being like the second one, where it's gonna be like a series of events leading up to this big action battle, but a genuine plot was actually made.
Yeah,
and
it was surprising and well developed.
Yeah,
very much so. And again, another good thing I would say, for the first half of the movie, I was into it, but not a lot. They'd say the first half was a lot of setup, and there were still some great action sequences. But then once you get to like the 50 or 60% mark of how completed the film is, from that point on until the credits, it is non-stop fucking action for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I felt an hour and a half.
And yeah, it felt so long, and I was so happy. Like that was just so satisfying. I wanted this movie to be this. I wanted it to be obviously. All I was expecting was a spectacle of awesome special effects and action, and I got that and so much more on that level. And in addition to that, the plot was great. Characters were not bad.
Although the dialogue was really bad, but I think halfway. I think after you get through the exposition part at the beginning, it gets better.
Once you adjust into the feel of this movie, the dialogue is totally forgivable. Well, I wouldn't say it's forgivable, but
That's fine because
you ignore
it.
You don't realize how. And I would say by the end, there are a few of the Autobot characters who in the beginning I noticed you were like, oh my god, they brought these guys back.
Yeah, but then I was like,
then at the end you really like them because they totally redeem themselves.
Because the certain robots I hated with a fiery passion in the second one, and halfway through the second one they just kind of disappeared and never showed up again. It's like, okay, so they just kind of threw out that character. Okay, no big deal. And now they bring them back in this one. I'm like, oh my god, I was so pissed because I couldn't stand it.
They're fairly major characters. I mean,
they become fairly major characters, and then
reoccurring.
You end up caring about these characters, and I'm like, by the end, the last time you see them, it's like, oh, well, I really actually care about you guys now more than I ever did, and I never thought I would actually care about you guys, and within like an hour or so, and 2 hours into it, I guess. So I don't know. I mean, I cared a lot more about these characters more than any Michael Bay film or Transformers film. I felt sympathy towards some characters I didn't think I'd feel sympathy for, and I just genuinely liked these robots and humans in this film. Let's see.
I think we're at like 15 minutes.
Are we?
It
doesn't feel like it. Like
we're at 14 and a half minutes, so
okay.
I think that's a good place to wrap it up. I mean, just get out some final words about it.
Let's see.
Covered everything.
I was both satisfied with the exceptional plot and the great characters, and I was entertained at the same time. So let's see. Michael Bay, you deserve a
second chance.
9 out of 10.
Second chance.
Transformers 3 gets a 9 out of 10. I never thought I'd say that. It's
Great
a
words
Michael
by
Bay
Nick
film.
Hamilton.
9 out of 10.
The one small drawback for me with this movie, and I'm no movie critic, so
No, it's fine.
I'm just casual.
Everyone's a movie critic, whether you want to be or not.
Well, I guess that's true, but I'm not as critiquey as many.
Okay.
But the one tiny drawback is that I feel for the direness of the situation being portrayed, there were a hell of a lot of one-line comedy acts. Where, where one line of comedy that just, like, gets thrown in there.
Oh.
And it's just like, dude, this is not a time to be joking.
Yeah.
Like, I could laugh at them, but it wasn't necessary.
Yeah. Like, and the direness of the situation when the Decepticons invade and they take over, it feels very real and they do it very well and it becomes very dark and very serious. And then from that point on, it's like the comedy. It's just kind of, come on, guys, you've done a great job of making us feel for these humans.
I feel like at that point, it would have been better for them to go in like a Black Hawk Down direction where everything's fucking like hardcore serious.
No, I definitely would agree with you there.
Oh, I guess
I think that would have been like, I would have like been watching that and been like, what the fuck, 10.
I guess one thing too, I guess that really bugged me was how abrupt the ending was. I mean,
oh yeah,
the ending was
true.
super abrupt.
The ending just happened.
I was like, oh no, tell me. I mean, I wanted more of a resolution at the end.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
it was a good ending, I guess, but like I just after the battle, I wanted one like last, I guess, farewell. Because these might be the last time you see these characters, unless someone else does it. Because this is Michael Bay's last time, as he supposedly says.
Hope so. I mean, at this point, I trust him. If there's gonna be a Transformers 4, I trust it would be good. But this is such a great note to end the series on. And I know what you mean. Honestly, after those credits started rolling, and I felt a little sad because I mean, the first one was solid, the second one wasn't too great, but this was a really great action film. And I would say consistently throughout the series, with all of its ups and downs, I always liked the Autobots, and I always liked their characters, and I always cared about them. And it's overall, I think it's a very strong series, and I hope this is the end for the sake of the series. But at the same time, I am sad in a good way that it's over.
Bravo, Michael Bay.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Right.
I would say my opinion would be 8.5.
Nice.
Right.
How about you? Or what's your 5 words or 10 words?
Well, the way I do 5 words is 2 technical terms that are good, and then 3 adjectives. So I guess my adjectives, and they're all green words, which means they're all good words. I guess my words would be like dark, kick ass, and
explosive.
God, I don't know. Fuck, man.
That one. That works.
Yeah, all right, that'll be my third one. Fuck, man. Just.
Well, yeah, I felt like that throughout the whole film. I was like, no, in some moments. So yeah.
And my 2 technical terms would be for the special effects for sure, and I'm gonna say the overall story and plot for the second one, because not only is this a great plot for Transformers, it's a great plot in general. I really thoroughly enjoyed it, and I was genuinely drawn into it the entire time.
Basic, straight to the point, very good.
I think it's a plot that will draw everyone in and like
make you care about it.
Yeah.
Make more movies like this.
It's gonna make you give a fuck.
All right, let's roll now.
All right, yeah.
Autobots roll.
Ow.
Yo.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Go see Transformers. It's very good.
As soon as possible.